Dear students, in continuation of improvement in gas turbine, the last method is gas turbine plant with reheating. So we will be going to the last method, gas turbine with reheating. So here it is a layout of gas turbine with reheating. So here we have, as usual, compressor which takes air from atmosphere, compression taking place from point 1 to 2, that is shown on this TS diagram. This is point 1. Air is compressed from pressure P1 to P3, that is isentropic compression 1 to 2 dash. Isentropic, that is theoretical one. Sorry. And then actual compression taking place due to friction, this 2 dash point is shifted to point 2. So on pressure line 3.2 is mentioned over here. Right. Now after compression, the air gets heated and it supplied to CC, combustion chamber 1, right, which is a main combustion chamber, we can say, where fuel is supplied from outside, which burns in combustion chamber. After burning at point 3, we get air at very high temperature and pressure as well. So from 2 to 3, in this process we can say heat is supplied. So at point 3, we are getting maximum temperature over here. So at this high temperature, this hot gas, we should say now, is supplied to turbine number 1 over here. As you know, turbine is an expansion device, so it produces power. Few amount of work or power is supplied to run this compressor, right? If it runs, then here there is a starter, this gets off. So at the beginning, to run this compressor, this starter is getting switched on. When compressor runs and power produced by the turbine, this power is supplied to compressor and then this starter gets off. So now, dear students, after producing power from turbine 1, this exhaust gas goes out at point 4 and it enters to combustion chamber number 2, CC2. So combustion chamber 2 is shown over here. Prior to this one, 3, 4 is your isentropic expansion taking place in turbine 1. Actual expansion is from 3 to 4, and then 4 to 5 is your heating taking place in combustion chamber 2. So then after combustion, again temperature of hot gas reaches, which is taking place at point 5 on TS diagram. It is shown T5 is equal to T3, and then here hot gas is supplied to this turbine number 2, which produces power, that is expansion taking place isentropic, that is 5 to 6 days, and actual expansion taking place in process 5 to 6. And then finally, after producing power, this exhaust gas goes into the atmosphere. So this is layout of gas turbine with reheating. So that reheating, the word, is taking place here only. This is your reheater. This is your reheater. So let us calculate turbine work. First Cp for unit mass T3 minus T4 in turbine 1 over here, and then in turbine 2 Cp T5 minus T6 over here, right? And isentropic efficiency of first turbine. So numerator by denominator. Numerator, since efficiency always comes less than 0, less than 1, less than 1. Henceforth, numerator side should be, numerator value should be less than denominator value, right? And henceforth, dear students, let us suppose so easily we can write for any device, let it be a turbine or compressor. So how we can write? Let us see here. For this turbine efficiency written T3 minus T4 for turbine 1. This is your turbine 1, right? So here T3 minus T4. This value from here to here is less compared to T3 minus T4 dash, right? T3 minus T4 dash. This length is more than this length T3 minus T4. So written here T3 minus T4 divided by T3 minus T4 dash. So in this way, so easily we can remember. So what actually we say, that is T3 minus T4, this is the actual expansion. So we can say actual expansion divided by isentropic expansion. Actual expansion divided by isentropic expansion. So we can write over here, and it comes numerically like this, right? Likewise, we can write for turbine number 2 over here. Turbine number 2 is here now, expansion taking place. So again, T5 minus T6, T5 minus T6, this length T5 minus T6, this length is less than this length, right? So in numerator, first we should write this value in numerator, this value should be write in denominator. So written here T5 minus T6 and then divided by T5 minus T6 dash. So we can write now turbine work. This turbine work is written like this. So Cp T3 minus T4, T3 minus T4. So for T4, yes, look at here. This T3 minus T4, can we write that is multiplication of turbine efficiency 1 with whole value. So if Cp into turbine efficiency into this one. This can be written like, say, T3, this T3 minus T4, this I am writing over here. T3 minus T4, can we write T3, T4 minus T3 minus 1, right? Same thing is written over here. Yes, in this case it is T4 dash. So yes, T4 dash. So T4 dash, yes. So we can write for this T3 minus T4, right, like this. Cp efficiency T3 taking out 1 minus T4 dash upon T3. Similarly, for this T5 minus T6, we can write like this. Right? So, in this way, we can simplify, and this ratio that is temperature ratio can be written in terms of pressure ratio, that is this ratio and this ratio can be written in terms of pressure ratio P2 upon P3 over here and P1 upon P2 over here. Right, so this is our main purpose to write. Now here written for this T5 in terms of KT3. What is this one? Where K is T5 upon T3. So dear students, look at here. Maximum temperature before entering to both turbines is considered to be as same. T3 is equal to T5. Right? If these two are equal, then a factor K will be equal to 1. So that is written over here. So K is a ratio of T5 upon T3. Now this K may take a value equal to 1 in case reheating is done up to T3. Reheating takes place in process 2, 3. Right? If reheating is not taking place up to 3, let us say here only, so then we can't get value of K is equal to 1. Right? Suppose 3 is here, so T3 would be here, and this is your T5. So T5 divided by T3 will not come equal to 1. Okay? So equal to T3, then K will be 1. Right. Now students, this turbine work depends on pressure P2 and maximum work is obtained when, because this pressure P2 is variable. Intermediate pressure, look at the diagram now, TS diagram, we are getting 3 pressure values, P1, P2 and P3. So in terms of P2, which is a variable one, henceforth this turbine work is differentiated with respect to intermediate pressure P2, and henceforth it is equating to 0 for getting maximum work. Right? So now let us assume this gamma minus 1 upon gamma is equal to x. So in this equation we are getting gamma minus 1 here and gamma minus 1 upon gamma over here also. So for simplification, let us assume gamma minus 1 upon gamma is equal to x. So just keep on differentiating like this. Right? Again K comes in picture. Proceed in this way. Finally we can get intermediate pressure P2 is equal to under root P1 into P3. So this is minimum pressure, P3 is highest pressure, and intermediate pressure we can get like this. So now students, let us move to optimum pressure ratio. 3 modifications we have seen till now. Now in actual Brayton cycle, what should be the optimum pressure for getting maximum net work? So we have seen PV diagram of Brayton cycle. It was like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. So compressor work is T2 minus T1. This is your compression process, T2 minus T1. Turbine work T3 minus T4, right? And net work, turbine work minus compressor work, right? It is in line is. So here let us take common T3. So we can write 1 minus T4 upon T3. Here also let us take common T1 over here. So we can write like this, right? Now this T4 upon T3 we can write in terms of pressure ratio. In terms of pressure ratio. So yes, as you know, let's say T2 upon T1, P2 upon P1, gamma minus 1 upon gamma. Likewise, for T4 and T3 also we can write T4 here, here T3 and P4, P3 over here. I am writing over here. For this T4 upon T3, P4 upon P3, gamma minus 1 upon gamma. So for this T4 upon T3, we can write this P4 upon P3 is 1 upon this, because you see this is your P2 value and this is your P1 value. So P2 is equal to P3 and P1 is equal to P4. So both either you write P2 upon P1, right? That could be equal to P3 upon P4, that is your pressure ratio. So we can write this sentence in terms of pressure ratio over here. Right, now dear students, T1 is your minimum temperature and T3 is your maximum temperature. The TS diagram already you know it, that is like this. I will show you. Yes, this is your TS diagram. I am drawing once again. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is your TS diagram. T1 is your minimum value and T3 your maximum value. This is your T max and this is your T minimum. So it is written T1 is equal to T min and T3 is equal to T max. Right. So let us consider this gamma minus 1 upon gamma. Gamma minus 1 upon gamma coming here and here also. So let us consider this is equal to x for getting simplification. So now dear students, in this whole equation of this one, only and only pressure ratio Rp is variable, and we should differentiate this shaft work with respect to pressure ratio and equate to 0, and henceforth then we can get condition for maximum efficiency. So here it is. We are differentiating this equation by considering gamma minus 1 upon gamma is equal to x. So this equation is copied over here as it is, right? And we have to differentiate this equation with respect to pressure ratio Rp. So here Cp, this T3, right? Here it is a minus x and here also minus. So it is minus minus plus, and then Rp minus x minus 1, and then for this one T1, right, x, and then Rp to the power x minus 1. So in this way we can get this is equal to equal to 0. So we can write in this way. We can write in this way, simplify it, T3 upon T1, right? After simplification, this whole term, right? Here you are getting 2x, 1 and 1 gets cancelled. So here r to the power 2x and then T3 upon T1. So with this simplification, we can say pressure ratio is coming like this, and then T3 is equal to T2, T1 under root. T3 is your maximum temperature and this T1 is your minimum temperature. And henceforth, we can write this pressure ratio in this form. Right. So students, this T max and T minimum, this is your, suppose in practice at inlet temperature around atmospheric temperature, if it is considered as 27 degrees centigrade, it comes 300 Kelvin, and maximum temperature around 1000 Kelvin. So pressure ratio comes almost around 8.22. So this equation, students, this equation is very important as far as examination point of view. So now students, let us move to intermediate pressure. Till now we have calculated about intermediate pressure. What should be the optimum pressure value to get maximum work? At the same time, it is also asked what would be intermediate temperature T2 for maximum work. This equation was for pressure ratio. Now here we will be dealing with temperature, intermediate temperature. So we will take reference of this equation over here, right? So then we know already pressure ratio is coming like this. It is P2 upon P1. It is written in terms of this one, T3 upon T1. And with this simplification, we can get T4, that is equal to T2, right? That is under root T1 and T3. So in this way, we can calculate intermediate temperature. T4 is equal to T2. T4 is equal to T2 because TS diagram we know already, it comes like this. T4 equal to T2. Here it is. This is process 1, 2 in which compression takes place, and process 3, 4 indicating about expansion in steam turbine, gas turbine. So after expansion, whatever temperature that should be equal to after compression. So after expansion, whatever temperature that should be equal to after compression, temperature of air after compression. Henceforth, T2 is equal to T4. T2 is equal to T4 over here. So that T4 equal to T2, it comes the minimum temperature T1 and T3, product of these two with under root. So this result is also very important as far as examination